Adrian Gwen asks, have they talked about Louisville yet? So I'm giving the floor to you guys. Everyone knows how I feel about, I'm going to say it, my Louisville Cardinals. Okay. My Louisville Cardinals.
Hey, Fanta. Rob can be bought. Rob Doster can be bought.
I will say this. I played into that a little bit, but I will be honest. Like all of the takes that I had about Louisville at the start of the season, in the preseason, like that wasn't.
We called them. It wasn't bullshit.
That wasn't a fabrication. Like we saw them. That wasn't me just saying like, oh, I broadcasted these Louisville games. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. Yeah, you did cause this. We'll tell that story another time. But like, I'll none of what I said was just, oh, you know what? We called these games. I'm going to be nice to Louisville. Like this is how good both of us thought they could be when we saw them in July. And I'm just glad that like now they've gotten through some of these injuries. They're starting to figure it out. So I'm going to let you guys have the floor on this one. Fanta, then you go T.O., and then we can move on from the ACC. But what has Louisville been in your mind over the course of the last month?
Well, I come at this from a bit of a different vantage point. So 2 years ago, I jumped into doing CAA games on Mondays and Thursdays, and Charleston was having a historic season.
Yeah.
So you hear about it, and then you actually go down there, and you watch them practice. And I'm watching them practice, and I'm thinking to myself, this team's better than a lot of the high major teams I've watched all year. And this is actually a problem in our sport a little bit, and I don't know how we solve it because I don't think there's one solution. But they had won 18, 19 games in a row, and everyone's like, yeah, but they're not a tournament team. Like from an at-large perspective, if they lose the final, they won't make the tournament. If they lost the CAA final, they weren't going to make it. Their metrics just weren't good enough because of the league they were in. And that's where if we do ever expand, I almost want like a golden spot in the tournament to just give that team an actual chance to prove themselves. I think that's fun for us. I think it's fun for the sport. Anyways, Pat Kelsey, when he brings his kids over from Charleston, if there's anybody out there who was thinking, well, can they handle the ACC? They were playing like an ACC team at his previous stop. And now you're watching that. His team plays an electric style of basketball. They have instantly restored Louisville to a level that I don't think anybody, you might have thought was possible, but you didn't know what it would look like until it happened. This has to be heaven for Louisville fans, even more so than Kentucky fans. Yeah, Kentucky fans, I know you're enjoying life right now, but it's not like you were totally unenjoying life last year around this time. For Louisville fans, you've been in a pit of darkness. Rain Smith is a hooper. That kid's a leader. He has an evergreen light. That's what I love about this. That's what I love about the Louisville system. If I'm a player, I want to play at Louisville because I get to go and play, and my coach doesn't have puppeteering devices trying to tell me what to do. He lets his kids go out there instinctively and play, and they launch 42 threes in the game. And Terrence Edwards Jr. shoots 2 for 13. It doesn't matter because James Scott was fantastic. Javon Hadley did his part, had 7 rebounds in this game. Now Connie Ruths had 7 rebounds in this game, gave him 12 points off the bench in 18 minutes. And remember, we're talking about multiple season-ending injuries for this team. The case in Pryor, 4 of them to be exact. I mean, this could have gone south, and it could have been justifiable when you go through 4 injuries of impact, and it hasn't. In fact, this team is proving that they're one of the best 20 teams in the country. They're playing as well as anybody right now, and for them to be 8-1 in this league is extremely impressive. The only loss is to Duke. That's it. And there's no shame in that. I'm so impressed. I thought they'd be a solid team. They're playing great basketball right now. And when Chucky Hepburn has 16 assists in a game, I mean, that is absolutely unbelievable, Terrence Oglesby. That's a testament to a player who found out new things about his game that he didn't previously know at Wisconsin because they play a different way than Pat Kelsey. Pat Kelsey's getting the best out of Chucky Hepburn.
They took the restrictor plate off of Chucky Hepburn and the car went wild. That's what happened. They took the restrictor plate off of Chucky Hepburn, and this Ferrari is flying. Wow. So, like, it's unbelievable. The 16 assists program record, Rain Smith, 10 threes, program record. And I love the way Rain plays. It's a little bit like if you have some really speedy guards that can get up the floor quick and you just kind of lurk behind that initial action in the fast break situation, you can find some shots. And I used to love to do that. It was my favorite way to find it because you walk right into them. And, you know, when they get into the half court, Pat can get creative. But the most intriguing thing about this Louisville team is they just get to the next right option as fast as anybody I've ever seen. And we talked about it down when we did the Bahamas thing, Rob. Mm-hmm. Like, they have older, smarter players, and they can adapt quickly. Now, you look at their season and what happened. Tennessee was a bad schedule. Whoever the hell scheduled Tennessee on game 2, that's tough. You never scheduled Tennessee within the first 10 games of the season.
I disagree. It was a great scheduling move because it exposed their weaknesses.
And I disagree. Like, I will never say don't schedule a game I want to watch.
No. Yeah, hold on. Tennessee beats the hell out of you. They don't let you run through anything. So all you're learning is whether or not you can run off the ball or not. That's all you're learning. I disagree with you, Fanta. Tennessee, they just beat you up. Nobody wants to schedule Tennessee at the beginning. You see, they beat the brakes off everybody, and then they peter off because people figure it out.
Sir, you have to go stand out in the cold for 5 minutes outside the hotel property.
This is a great take. Tennessee, you want to schedule high major competition in the beginning. Tennessee in particular, you don't want to schedule.
Okay. We said, first off, we said this in the preseason. This is like, I mean, I'm wrong on a ton of crap, but I remember distinctly saying on this show, that game is very difficult for them. Like, yeah. Do not be surprised if they get their doors blown off and everyone's going to overreact. And that's, well, you two didn't, but we all know who did. Okay. And right now they're in a different type of fight. But the fact is, the fact of the matter is that I respect it. I don't endorse doing it. I mean, you could say that they learned nothing from getting smashed by Tennessee, but here's the deal. I'll remove Tennessee from this. If you do get smashed, okay, you should be your ability to grow off that is a good thing. You know, like I would rather you challenge yourself and get better off of it than play a bunch of Q4s, because clearly Louisville playing some tougher teams has helped their team evolve from what they were earlier in the season. And you're seeing it, you're seeing it across the board in college basketball. Those who figured out a way to schedule early. Let me bring this up for a moment. Right now, Texas and Ohio State are both firmly on the bubble. Okay? They played each other in the first game of the season, on the first night of the season. Does anybody remember that game? If you asked a casual fan who won that game, they wouldn't even be able to tell you. Okay? Ohio State won the game. Last night, Texas beats Missouri, a ranked Missouri team. They had to have it at home. They got it. And Ohio State goes to Mackey and beats Purdue, and I'm like, what? But the point is, when you play early competition, you benefit in the long run. And so Pat Anthony says, according to Pat Kelsey, they did learn something. To me, when you get your ass kicked, you have one of two ways of looking at it. One, you can dwell in it, and you can sit around and just continue to be yourself. Or you can say, guys, let's clean this crap up. Clean it up right now. They showed us how far away we are. How far away we are with the picture.
Tia, you got anything else?
I like the debate. But it sounds like in the world of Reese Davis being the judge with Mark May and Lou Holtz, I am the winner on this one because Rob is the judge in that hat.
The only thing you're winning right now is microphone time. Jesus Christ, Fanta. The only thing you're winning is microphone time. That's what you're winning. I don't even have a point anymore. I don't want to talk Louisville. It's supposed to go 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2 back to 1.
Well, hey, what's that?
I'm not talking
about Louisville.
I'm done. I'm taking a break.